Yesterday was a very unfortunate day in terms of video game preservation, with PlayStation announcing that moving forward in 2028, they are no longer continuing with making disc for their newer games. And after this announcement, there was rumors coming up that Xbox is also going to be doing the same thing with their newer console, because apparently a Xbox employee started testing a feature about something called enable disc to digital, something that appeared on the Xbox PC app in May. So all around, it seems like moving forward, console games are going to strictly just be a digital only option, which is not good at all. I just feel like there's so much that goes into the digital space that often just gets pushed to the side, which I feel like is going to become more of a issue moving forward with this change. One of the main things that I'm thinking about is that a lot of games often gets delisted from PlayStation Store or Xbox stores because of just licensing, that certain game companies aren't able to sell certain games. Like for instance, Spider-Man games been made by different companies, often after a certain period of time just aren't available, which makes just getting these games very hard to get in general without finding a physical disc. So now we have that, and we also have a big question about what is going to happen with backwards compatibility. I remember when the Xbox One first came out, there was a big thing with backwards compatibility and being able to put in your disc games from Xbox 360 consoles and even Xbox consoles, and it would run on your Xbox One, which I thought was such an incredible game changer for you to just go down all these different generations on one console. I don't know if there's going to be a feature where Xbox is able to do this thing where you scan a digital, or whatever PlayStation is going to do. It doesn't seem good for consumers and even collectors that would prefer their disc. Even me, as someone who has a PlayStation with the disc version, it makes the disc version pretty much irrelevant moving forward for future titles. It's going to be really hard to get that same experience when you're going to Best Buy or GameStop and you see a game for $5 randomly and you just want to buy it, because pretty much the market is going to fall on Xbox and PlayStation. And apparently they're still going to have where you can buy codes at retailers, but I'm pretty sure the prices are going to stay the same within the PlayStation Store in the retailers. That also means moving forward that we're no longer going to be getting the option to buy games pre-owned. Probably we won't even get the option to return games either if we don't enjoy it. It's probably different on the PlayStation Store. I don't really know how often you're able to get refunds, but digital codes seem very permanent and very one use only, so I'm very worried about that. This is a very interesting time in gaming history, especially if they move forward with no discs at all. Main question, where do we do with all the discs that we have now? What does the scan to digital thing do? Everything is very questionable, and none of this is making me think that this is a good thing. I will say, obviously, with newer games, a lot of people would rather buy it online so they can play it as soon as it hits midnight. I understand that. But for games that have been out for years, like for instance, I played Stellar Blade because I randomly saw it at a Target for like $15 to $20. Oh, cool. This is a game I wanted to get, but I didn't want to pay $60 for it, that I can see it cheaper while I'm just out and about, versus manually having to search an online store to see if a game is on sale or not. It's going to be really weird on how the climate is going to evolve when it comes to, let's say, back in the day when I pre-ordered Dragon Ball FighterZ, they gave me a statue of Goku, which you could only get by pre-ordering at GameStop. I really don't know how that's going to work. What's the difference between getting something on the PlayStation Store versus getting the same digital code at a retailer? I really don't think the prices will vary. I don't like this at all. Nothing about this seems good. I could understand the reasoning, but not having that option is very hurtful to consumers, and especially people who's had a disc for years of their life, who has so many older games and just won't be able to access them, is very confusing. It seems like it limits a lot. The future of backwards compatibility is very questionable with this announcement, and like I said earlier, something that Xbox was heavily focusing on around the Xbox One era. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Hopefully, I don't even know what hopefully is. I don't know what the best outcome for this is. We just have to see how it is in motion. I know Nintendo Nintendo was kind of the first with their digital codes, but Xbox and PlayStation are like the biggest markets for third-party games. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. This isn't good. Nothing about this seems like a good idea. I can understand that digital sales probably massively outweigh physical, but not having that option is very bad for general audiences. Let me know what you guys think. We are at 609 subscribers. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.